Exercise number 10. This is an auxiliary video because I think there is some information that it is important. Alright, so when we open the exercise, we can see the geometry, right? The geometry view. We are going to collapse. And then when we start expanding from the top, we notice that we have the usual and used items, and then we have the MCS main, which is somewhere here. Right here we see it. That's the machine coordinate system. And then as we keep expanding, we see workpiece 1, workpiece 1 and workpiece 2, right? In a real scenario, this would be G54, G55, and G56. However, when we open this one, this work offset or the machine coordinate system, when we go to details, this one, the purpose is set to local, and if I'm not mistaken, this should be set to main. Alright, and this one should be set to 0, and then this one is local, this one is local, and this one is local, right? So when we go here, when we go actually here, and we go to details, it should be local, and then feature offset, and then here is obviously 1, right? Okay. And then the exercise is asking us to copy, right? So we want to copy and then paste inside with reference. And it's making a copy of all the operations, but is using this workpiece. And same for the other one. We are going to paste inside with reference. Right, so now we have, this one should be G54, this one G55, and this one G56. So we are going here, and we're going to change this one to number 2. So we're going to leave this one local, and we're going to leave this one feature offset, and then we're going to say OK. And then this one, you're just going to change it to number 3. Everything else remains the same. Okay, so now this is G54, G55, G56. And when we go to the program view, okay, we have the original toolpaths, and then we have the copy, right? Path, we're gonna collapse. We are going to collapse everything here. Collapse all, and then we wanna start expanding. We have the usual and used items here, and then we have program, and then when we expand this one, we have a RAF group, we have a finish group, and we have host group, which means this has been created, and we already went through this exercise, how to create this. But when we expand this, we notice that we have the original cats, part of the workpiece, and then we have the copy, right? Or the copies, the copias. Here the same, and here the same, right? So what happens when we select the program? We say toolpath, and we click on verify. We're gonna go slow, somehow slow, and then we're gonna click on play. We are going to notice that the program is actually cutting the parts in sequence by tool. Okay, so that's tool number 1, is roughing the top at G54 and then jumps to G55, and then it's gonna jump to G56, and that is exactly what you want, okay? Because you want to avoid the tool changes, correct? So you want to do all the operations. You want to do one tool with all the parts, and then the next tool with all the parts, and then the next tool with all the parts, and then the next tool, and so on, right? So we're gonna go faster just to see. We're gonna go all the way to the end. Alright, it is finished. So we're gonna say okay. We're going back to geometry view, and we're gonna click undo. We're gonna click undo. Let's go back to geometry view. Undo, 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 and undo. Okay, so now we have it the same way it was when we opened the file, right? And we're going back to program view, and then we can see we're gonna collapse. Before anything, we're gonna collapse everything, and we're gonna start again, expanding. We have rough, finish, holes, but this time we only see the original toolpaths or cats, right? The reason why I did this, so that we can see how when we go to the geometry view and then we copy everything inside the first work offset, we copy everything, right? Because everything lives inside this machine coordinate system, right? All the operations, all the toolpaths live inside the work offset at this workpiece. So when we go here and then we say paste inside with reference, let's see what happens here on program view. All right, so it makes a copy. Look, it makes a copy underneath the operation, the corresponding operation. Mill control 1 is copied under mill control, and then floor wall IPW tab 1 is copied under floor wall IPW tab, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on, right? So we go back to geometry view, and then we say paste inside with reference. And now we go back to the program view, program order view, and all right, we have the same, because G55 is corresponds to mill control 1 and mill control 2 corresponds to G56, right? So now we have the new copies, we have them where they're supposed to be because we want this sequence, right? That's the sequence we want. So that's all I wanted to show in this video to make it clear, okay, the way it should be done as far as having the correct sequence and structure. So let's say expand, collapse all. All right. That's it for this video, for this auxiliary video, I should call it.